If this really goes viral, we're splitting the money. How that works, I don't know.
I say no. I don't think he's been bad.
I was watching something next night or something about how that's how he used to become famous was from putting a video out there. But back in the day, they kind of watching the thing, cameras would be around and now it's like you do it.
I actually did, the crazy thing is I did, and I did do it like once in a while. Like I was stuck to it, I'd have been like one of the, my shit would have been, I'd have been like the OGs, like, you know. Everybody, it's because it's weird, man, like when shit happens to everybody, nobody jumps on it, but it first happens, everybody like wants to see if it's gonna
All right.
Yeah, they want to see someone else doing it first, and then they want to try to lay you out first. You gotta take the risk.
The Pat McAfee Show, and we've heard things like this before here, where perhaps the play caller, whoever the hell it is, now it's Petulo, is just kind of handcuffed by some things that maybe we think they should do, but they can't do. Here's Schrager yesterday, Pat McAfee Show.
Here's what I'll say about Kevin Petulo. He comes from that frame where he comes there from Nick Sirianni. When he was with Phil Rivers and the Colts,
Going there.
Sirianni and Mike.
Tested it.
You're
That's
not
fun.
seeing any
We're going there and trying to
You're
find it.
seeing basically.
Sorry, they're labeled pretty good.
Can they make their plays? Can Saquon break a tackle? And that's the offense. This is not a guy who just woke up and was handed the job here. This is a guy who's had a career learning about offenses and designing offenses. And I don't think it's necessarily by design that this is the offense that it is. It's I mean, this is what it is. Given what they've got and what they've got going with offense. Like, trust me, he knows how to do all the stuff that we see, all the bells and whistles. They're not even trying. So that's the way why not give this offense a chance to do something? Why not give this offense a chance to run some of the exotic stuff that his offense is
Right
not?
out of service.
It's something they've heard. We've heard things like this.
And then you just pour it and you like squeeze it.
When I
out,
hear him
right?
say that, if Bill was saying, hey,
And you
not like
put-
Kevin Petulo or Nick Sirianni,
Yeah,
have no idea what motion is or
yeah,
what the stuff is, they don't think they can do it based on the personnel, specifically the personnel they have. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's so easy to do. I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know what it is.
What's up, Everyday Carry? What's going on, brother?
There's a, I play with something. I'm sorry. No, but it's
For the work.
Let me do this, because I'm a paint, you know what they say, paint around the perimeter as it gets darker, and nobody's gonna be able to see.
We're not going there anymore, right?
Yeah, just running this side. Oh, yeah, we're running.
This is
It's not as bright. Go ahead.
So yeah, take, we're on
This
this over here and go off, start off
if you go back
there.
and you look at it, and I know we won the Super Bowl, we went to the Super Bowl. But for one or two reasons, the offense has not so much so to the point that you have players on television talking about these pedestrian routes that we're running and things of that nature. And you're talking about, you know, this, they're not doing motion or all this other stuff. There's three people that are the constant on this team.
Yeah.
And it ain't that, that ain't fun.
I know you're trying to cook, but it's
Yeah,
working.
yeah. And there's three constants, and you have to figure, like, which one is it? You have to ask the question, and I mean, and it's not taking a shot at anybody. It's trying to take away anybody's accolades of their accomplishment. But I think it's foolish not to wonder, okay, where's the problem?
There's a gap in the
Well,
volleyball.
I think we just get sensitive with this kind of stuff. We do, in other sports,
No,
we
super
don't.
sensitive.
Like, let's be real. It's almost. Again, I'll use a baseball analogy.
Whoever did this
You
job.
can't make Philly be a small ball team if they have Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper.
I think running with this shit, they're running through this shit.
He has certain strengths and he has certain weaknesses, and everything does. So we keep asking for the offense to evolve in certain ways, but perhaps they don't think, and they're the ones that are like shiny again.
I was looking at the symbolism here.
No,
We probably did the whole house in 3 days.
Did you turn the lights on? Okay. Bottom line is, it seems like a lot of people out there in the NFL world don't think there's much they could change with the offense. I'm
He
sticking
was
with
cutting that shit.
Petulo.
He wasn't even
Let it
really
be.
listening
I
to
think it's a
records.
panic move to change it, but I know a lot of people feel differently. All right, 215-592-9494 as the lights come back on in here. I guess we paid the bills. Will in the Northeast is up. What's up, Will?
No teeth, street scribe with his finger and shit. That shit, that's how you know motherfucker did that shit a million times.
Like the AJ situation. It was simple. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta look at your players. Know your players. Understand what they can do now. Okay? So my thing is this. Yeah, this week gotta get more carries, man. Like, he's going to wear the defense down. And then this spot is this. And it's not the play calling, it's the formation. Come on, man. Like, they keep seeing the same formation. They know it's going to be 1 of 3 things. And they want to stick all of them. Right? So the only thing is, man, listen, you can go in that formation and you can audible out of them. You got to call more audibles. Even if you ain't
that's
taking
good.
the play, you can still audible out of it. And keep the same thing. You
That
gotta-
shit, I
you
mean,
gotta-
honestly, make that drop
you
off
gotta
better.
keep them thinking. Keep them on their feet, man. Keep them, out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, man.
Yeah, that's all right. You have to really go over this probably 2 more times to block that out. That's how much that sucks. That's how much it sucks. It's like us going to our fingers for sure.
It's all about a Martin Luther King thing right now. We gotta march it down the field. We gotta have more than 10 or 15 plays.
It's almost not big on this baseball where you're at.
These 15 plays, he's scored. Or 20
one right
he's
here?
scored.
Yeah, that's that go right there.
We gotta have
That almost, it's almost like that big.
and to wear the defense down. That's the key. That's why we went to the Super Bowl. That's why we won the Super Bowl. Because we wore the defense down. We got two sacks. That's the wear the defense down. Now,
Oh man, it's fucking smooth ass spot, man.
Yeah, look, could we all do work on this down slam with that? I mean, I'm sure if we have one person that knows how to do it, that's it.
Yeah, well, you need to get this first right too, right? That's all you need, really.
I mean, someone that could move for us like that. I'm gonna do that.
It's like that thing that Mike, the Kyle's out there, it's something like that. It's that fan thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, he has one now?
The dude.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy that was just here, he's got one. That dude's probably in his early 30s.
Oh yeah, he's making big money.
Nice truck, bro. You heard it was a 4-wheeler life and all.
Oh yeah,
I'm about, man, I can't wait to get out there. Again.
he got money, man. I think I'm gonna get a 4-wheeler. I want to get a 4-wheeler for the snow, so I hope we get some slow. Double tap that screen like the live, y'all.
I see, nah, bro. Hello, hey,
Let's go, Will. Appreciate it. We need to roast that. All right. I wasn't expecting you to say 40 on Tuesday after that loss on Sunday. I mean, he was ready. I thought you could just tell. I don't
What's
know.
that? How they usually get those cars.
Wills are out.
They're literally just going up near the houses, where the key fobs at, they're just taking the seal from the key fobs.
You see that?
Going right to the car, and I'm not even starting to bounce.
We will talk ourselves right into it until the first 3 and out, and the moves rain down on Friday.
Yep.
That was a little shot.
Someone no one's shopping on
Yeah,
Friday.
it's
We
terrible.
got a game to play.
Electronics.
We got shopping. We got a 5-hour show to do Friday.
And like the motherfuckers do that.
By the way,
They
if you are out
smart,
shopping
like,
Friday, you and I are going to be on 10 to 12 from the stadium, then countdown to kickoff at 12, then the pregame show at 1. So you can listen to us as we take you into the game on Friday. But no one's shopping Friday.
Hey, we're going after the game. Black Friday.
No shopping.
Everybody get them deals.
Yeah, I ran into my building when I was down there in, when I was there in New York.
I'm looking.
When he said, we have to go back to Miami.
New eyeglasses.
Yeah, there's that, you know, bro, this is strict. Yeah, pulled out a stack of blues. Like a stack of blues.
But that's
No, man, he had, you know, he had to recoup some of that money from that rivalry package that he threw us at one
This
time.
was a disaster. Look, I don't know if people are jumping, but I do know this. If you want to win a prize, which would be, I mean, these things you might shop for yourself, you can listen to it for the rest of the show and participate, because you know what it's time for. It's time for a little combo time.
Wait a minute.
This is 50 on here.
I'm about to go talk to somebody. What? Because I'm like, this ain't, what do you mean? Like, y'all, like, we did
Yeah,
yeah,
Celtics is lower.
holiday season. You know what, man?
It was a salt suspension. Eventually, Hughes Gold will be back. But once again, Blake Blackwoods.
I'm remember these days.
We're taking a huge push from you, like Sirianni's about to take Blake off.
Why are you blaming us? Maybe this came from corporate. You do that while I tell you about Combo Con here. All right, it's Combo Con presented by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey and Gerhardt's Appliances. Today, you are playing for the Jack Daniel's prize pack, which includes the Rocky glasses, the umbrellas, the Gum Tea Pack, the playing cards, plus a Weber Grill Bars courtesy of Gerhardt's Appliances. If you win today, you will automatically qualify for the grand prize. This is the big one. The Weber Grill courtesy of Gerhardt's
So it's like
Appliances.
8% can upstairs with it?
And the
Sure,
Jack
run it
Daniel's
out.
will
Yep.
set that.
Then we'll do that, yeah, the storm door locks, guys.
Put up to $1,000 in rebates and thanks to Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. $3 off 750 milliliter bottles of Jack Daniel's Black Label and $3 off 1.75 liters of genuine Jack at your local fine wine and good spirit stores. And remember, celebrate responsibly. All right, along with your phone call today, here's what we're looking for Combo Con. Give us famous siblings.
What's going on,
Take
Desert
care of
Armory?
famous siblings. The best answer we get today wins the qualifying prize and automatically in for the grand prize. Famous siblings.
Somebody did the worst drywall job at this house. We're painting it because they said to just go ahead and paint it. They didn't want us to fix the tape or the drywall or the spackling. That shit looks like trash. Trash. We're supposed to just paint over it, so that's what we're gonna do.
And now that the Cowboys, who defense has improved, showed our weaknesses.
Yeah, paint off to a painting job. Yeah, I hate painting, man. It's easy,
I
but
think he has to take
it's too like repetitive.
literally, but
I get what you mean. His life is fine. We can keep that. We're talking about this job.
because now the Bears who are running hot. The Bears are running hot. And I'm worried about the Bears, just like I was worried about the Cowboys, and even the Giants. I've got some people on the station saying, "Oh, those teams were gimmicks," and obviously they weren't. No, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying some people on the station.
though. We have a side council.
I never told you that.
No, you good. We have a side.
But I think we need that change because he's not able to get the offense going. We're hitting this, and with all the talent that he's supposed to have, he's not able to hold it down. So we need a change before our season winds up like it wound up a couple of years ago.
So, Jim, I hear you. Here's my issue, though. And I get it. I get what you're saying. But Sirianni's with him. Like, they're planning this together. If there was an adjustment, wouldn't Nick have suggested the adjustment anyway? Like, to hand it over to Nick, what the hell is Nick going to do different? He's helping plan the offense with Patullo anyway.
Well, if they do make that move and Nick starts on the play, the offense still thinking like it is, then we go, okay, then he's the problem.
Well, and you know what? I do wonder, Jim, I'm at the point now wondering, if I'm Jeff Lurie and I'm Howie, what do they think long-term of this offense? Because, the Eagles need to have a good offense year by year to sustain dominance. And it's been 3 years where it's been very choppy. And last year they were saved by Saquon, and it's tough to run the football like that every year. Jim, what do you got for us? Combo Con, famous siblings.
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5, Hugh.
Yeah, that's a layup. That's
when
a
we
layup.
talked about this before the show, that was one of the first ones that Hugh brought up in our meeting. Jackson 5.
Yeah.
By the way, lights went out again here. I do wonder, is this kind of a tell, like when they don't like our takes, they turn the lights down? Because otherwise, we'll be in the dark the whole show. I think Kyle might be controlling this.
I know ain't nobody gonna be able to see me.
Good thing you have a wife.
Darkness, everybody. I was in the darkness. Darkness, everybody.
Yeah, if you were more to black women today, we would.
I said, like, they gotta get the lights fixed for I can. So she bring it. I'm gonna tell that.
Well, you called it.
I'm just like you.
All right, 215-592-9494. The nonsense continues. We are in the full darkness of the studio. If you're watching on YouTube, a lot to discuss here.
What am I doing now? I can't see Jesus Christ.
Should Nick Sirianni take away the play calling and call the plays himself? Take it away from Tua, call the plays himself up front.
What's going on, Cam? Deer Killer, what's going on with you?
So you start calling KP now. That's his nickname, KP.
That's what everyone's called him. I'm writing it
So
out with Kevin
different.
Patullo. I do not want to see Sirianni call the plays.
Well, yeah, nah, that's what's up, man. I wish I could sub a lot of this shit out. I can't really trust nobody though. Sub worked out too.
And should the Eagles bring in some outside help? Maybe a consultant. There's some big names out there. We'll talk about that as well. This is the Midday Show on Sports Radio 94 WIP. This Thanksgiving, FanDuel, in partnership with Valley Forge Casino, is introducing a brand new way to build a parlay together. It's called Pass the Leg. Here's how it works. Start a group build, add your pick, and then pass it to your friends so they can add theirs. When everyone is done, you can each lock in your group parlay with your own funds. And because football is better when it's played better together. And to make the bet even better, everyone gets a 50% profit boost to use on their build. I like the Lions, and I like the Chiefs in the first two games. It's the FanDuel.com/GIGLI against our FanDuel player game. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of 94 WIP.
Tool and Pleasant President, Pennsylvania. Update required. This issue is now withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. To see terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. As the baseball offseason begins, questions remain for the Phillies. Does Schwarber re-sign? Oh, we love to bring Kyle Schwarber back. It's a priority. Will JT return? The most prepared guy I've ever been around. As a catcher. Can the Phillies retain Ranger? What a performance! The Rangers, Suarez. Listen for the latest. All your Phillies offseason happenings happen here. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Hey, Eagles. You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
It's never too early for Lowe's Black Friday deals. Snag some of our biggest savings of the season right now, like 25% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees. And get yourself free select Cobalt, or Craftsman tools when you buy a select battery or combo kit before the Black Friday rush. Because everyone loves free stuff, right? Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Don't miss up to 50% off select major appliances. Plus, up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. And with Christmas around the corner, you're going to need more string lights, right? Save $4 on GE LED 100-count string lights, now just $5.98. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
It's a feeling. When you step into Maurice's, our stylists are dedicated to helping you find the perfect outfit. Shop in store or Maurice's.com for new items arriving daily and holiday flash deals. Maurice's, that style feeling. Breaking news. Turnersvillejeep.com is reporting Jeep headquarters just released the lowest Jeep lease payments in years. With over 400 new Jeeps, Dodges, and Ram trucks to choose from, there has truly never been a better time to get a Jeep, Dodge, or Ram truck of your dreams. And with payments anyone can afford. Do not delay. These rock bottom payments will not last. Go to Turnersvillejeep.com and lock in one of these historic deals today.
With days under $250 a night, Verbo makes it easy to celebrate sweater weather. You could book a cabin stay with leaf views for days, or a brownstone in a city where festivals are just a walk away, or a lakeside mountain fire pit for cozy nights with friends. Or, if you're not a sweater person, we can call it Baltimore weather, more flexible. And with stays under $250 a night, you can book a home that suits your exact needs. Book now at Verbo.com.
That's the sound of James having long-lasting game symptoms. There's too laundry this morning. Several hours later, James slips the irresistible circle on the shirt. Kenny. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Thanks, love. I love you too.
I never said that.
At Game Sim Boosters, to laundry.
Kia of CherryHill.com is the destination for the hottest brand in automotive today. Come pick up the gas-sipping Kia of your dreams. With payments anyone can afford, they have over 100 brand new Kias with MSRPs under $30,000 and over 400 new Kias to choose from, all of which come with the best powertrain warranty in the automotive business. 10 years, 100,000 miles. Go to Kia of CherryHill.com today and lock in your savings. Kia of CherryHill.com.
Get bonuses right away from your favorite slots with BetMGM Casino. New players can receive a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house at sign up. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 bucks. Pennsylvania only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as an eligible site credit/bonus bets unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry. Hey, football fans, with BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scores second instead. With BetMGM's second chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus. Pennsylvania only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Looking for somebody who has a gambling problem? Help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Breaking news. Turnersvillejeep.com is reporting Jeep headquarters just released the lowest Jeep lease payments in years. With over 400 new Jeeps, Dodges, and Ram trucks to choose from, there has truly never been a better time to get a Jeep, Dodge, or Ram truck of home dreams. And with payments anyone can afford. Do not delay. These rock bottom payments will not last. Go to Turnersvillejeep.com and lock in one of these historic deals today.
Well, lights are back. Good for everyone watching on YouTube. Welcome back to the day show. Keep up with Joe Giglio. We did have a couple of lights out moments last segment. Not sure that was about our tapes, the electricity bill around here. We are back though.
One of them days, man, it's true. We had a lot going on yesterday, man, and so everybody in their feelings a little bit. The lights don't, want to work or whatnot. We'll get back to normal. We'll be all right. I'm not feeling
Wow.
No, I just hear you bring up to what you said there. Like, and I said it, and I'll say it again.
Maybe not. Would you like?
Which part? Which part?
Well, I mean, yesterday I asked you a very simple question. You took it into your own words.
Yes, because in the moment, like I was in the moment watching the game. But see, here's the thing, and this is people's fault. Because you mean to, no, I'm just saying, because we do a 4-hour show, and you get a snippet. So for the smart ones that go back and want to say, okay, well, in what context was he saying?
Where did that reckless thing come from?
Yeah, but see, most people don't want to do that. Because like I said, we live in a microwave society. So, I had a few people clap back, clap back.
You did tell me you were good. Because I thought you were going to apologize. You're like, I forgive you. That was good.
No, I forgive them. Because I know they don't know what they do. They know not what they do. But I'm just like, listen, I know I am a member of the people. I'm not that member. I'm not D-Gun. D-Gun sit there. He thinks he's talking.
Well, I lumped you up with them.
Yeah, but D-Gun that folks talk all kinds of things, man. I ain't I'm gonna say something. A lot of times he won't get me in trouble with people. But you just can't let people talk to you, right?
No, we can't do that. No. And our next guest will not talk recklessly. She will just give us Devin Caney joining us as she does every week. Scoops, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, guys. Really enjoying these insightful, mindful conversations from you. We're getting deep here. You're talking about being on a different level in terms of, your energy and where you're
I mean, I'm vibrating on a different level. I'm trying to vibrate on a different level.
I'm
I'm just trying to vibrate. I'm trying to take it all in, and I'm trying to sprinkle these folks with game. But it's just, but I'm gonna hang in there though. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive them for not understanding.
Well, maybe you give some game to the Eagles offense, because Devin, right now it stinks. Devin, well, what's your thought on all the conversation on Eagles offense and what they should do? Because there's a lot of people out there that believe the Eagles should take away play calling from Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni should take it over. I'd say run it out with Patullo and see if he can improve here. But then I know a lot of people feel like it should be taken away from. Where do you come down on the Eagles play calling situation after another tough one in Dallas?
Well, so I think I haven't held back when it
I love how
comes
they keep trying to blame it on the play calling.
the play calling for the majority
Just need to play
of the
better.
season in that it's a bit vanilla, but it's also kind of on trend with what we've
Right.
seen and what we've been talking about with this Eagles offense for the last 4 years. Like, this isn't anything new in terms of the overall conversation that we're having. So I think at a certain point it stops becoming about the offensive coordinator and starts becoming, maybe it's the identity of this offense. And I know that they turned the ball over uncharacteristically on Sunday, but for the most part, while people, claim that it's vanilla and it's conservative, they succeeded not turning the ball over. That being said, I think all of us would like to see a bit more aggression. I mean, when that game started and the Eagles went up 21-0 fairly quickly, I expected that from the get-go. I was the only one, at least at our station, who was predicting the Eagles would win by a pretty wide margin on Sunday. So I was sitting on the sideline feeling pretty good about myself for a while, and then, it went 3 and out. They had like 1 first down in the last several drives to end the half. They had 17 seconds left. They didn't go for even a field goal at that point. And then we know what happened thereafter. So, it's a head scratcher, and I think the most frustrating and confusing part to me, and I think a lot of fans, is I don't know the solution. We hear a lot of it's execution, it's not play calling, it's execution, and you have 14 penalties. That'll do that too. But we're going into week 13, so how's execution still the main issue?
Yeah, it's very telling, Devin. It's like, we're talking about, we're not the building. And, we talk about Kevin Patullo and his play calling, but the players are adamant that that's not what it is. It's one of those things that you really can't put your finger on. And then you talk about we're in the week, 13 or 14 players, and we're making bonehead decisions. I feel like it's more so that they need to have a come to Jesus meeting. Do you feel that way, that they just want to locker room and just kind of air out all this dirty laundry and just get back on the right track? Do you think that'll help?
I don't know if I think they are doing that. And you guys brought up a bite from my lot last night at Chickies and Pete's, and I found a lot of what he said extremely helpful. He kind of took us inside, Elliot asked him, is Sirianni holding you guys accountable? Like, yes, he is. He still does the thing where he calls out numbers specifically when we watch back the tape. He addressed and I know Landon Dickerson also kind of addressed the 5-man front and not being there. And I think what stood out to me was that a lot of the outside noise, and I think a lot of it so far has been about Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown. Now Kevin Patullo seems to be being pulled into the mix, but he said it's just brought them closer. So I don't know if I still think the culture and the team and being in the locker room even last week, after the rumors you guys just talked about Derek Gunn, Jalen Hurts, they seem fine in that locker room. It's not like the vibes are completely off, and look, we're only in there for 45 minutes a day, so I don't know if it's off behind closed doors, but I don't think that there's necessarily a culture issue. And that goes back to what is the solution? So you're saying that Nick Sirianni, you guys are done. You're saying it's execution, and Jordan Mailata even admitted and said, when you commit 14 penalties and they're really costly ones, especially when it's a big first down, you can't win a game.
the decision, or whatever you would call it, to not try to get points before the half. They got the ball back after the Cowboys scored their first touchdown at 21-7. There's 17 seconds to go. They're on the 28. They have 2 timeouts. Devin, they're in a dome. It's favorable kicking conditions, and they've been throwing the ball well in the first half. So the idea of them dropping back and maybe hitting a 20 or 25 yards in AJ Monday seems pretty plausible to me. Devin, what was your thought at the moment? Because I didn't like that. I was like, come on, let's try to get 3 here. And then after the game, Tom Rinaldi on Fox, he's interviewing Dak and George Pickens, and Dak said when they knew they could come back was when they got into the half only down 14. Like, they felt momentum there. And I was thinking back to, like, maybe the Eagles could have stopped that momentum if they were just more aggressive. What were you thinking in the moment, that decision to kind of just, let's go to halftime?
They suck.
Yeah, it was a head scratcher for me, but I also feel like it's on trend to what we've seen throughout the season and them, having some time left at the end of the half and deciding to take a knee. I think if you had, even just gone for 3 there and tried to make it down as far as you could to make it easy for Jake Elliott, yes, there's a glare, but the glare wasn't on the side of the field where he would be kicking. I just don't see how that would have hurt, especially with a quarterback who doesn't turn the ball over. Like you said, they've been throwing it really well thus far. And it goes back to, playing not to win, playing not to lose. And when you're only up by 14 points, it might feel like a lot at the time. But like you said, the momentum shift, if they kick the field goal there at the end of the half, get the ball back to start the second half, and go down and score again, like then you can maybe take your foot off the gas a little bit. But it felt like they took their foot off the gas way too early in this game. Obviously, it cost them the game.
Yeah, you can't do that. Deb, before we get to your thoughts on the Bears and the game coming up on Friday, which now feels like a huge one and a must-win for the Eagles to stay off, more concerned here, and they're standing in the NFC. What's your thought on the Eagles bringing someone in to help? I know there's a lot we're talking maybe play caller, should it be Nick, should it be Petula, but once in a while a team can bring in outside help just to give a different perspective. A couple years ago when the Eagles made the Super Bowl, the first time against the Chiefs, Vic Fangio was actually here as a consultant who was helping them and just giving thoughts. There's a few former head coaches, offensive guys that are just sitting at home. Brian Daboll was with the Giants for a couple years, obviously. Doug Peterson, who there's a lot of familiarity with and great moments here in Philadelphia. What's your thought? And Daboll did work with you. He did. He's part of Benson. Oh, okay. Alabama. He worked with Alabama. What's your thought on bringing in a consultant to kind of help out a little bit?
You're getting one there to make games different, right? Nick Sirianni is a very good I wouldn't be against it. I also think, you guys have been talking throughout the start of the show about, I guess, the public perception of taking duties away from Kevin Petula or giving them back to Nick Sirianni. And I do think that's a factor. I don't want to say that's the biggest factor, but if you bring in outside help, it just depends. You have to be very careful the way that they did it, right? It didn't seem like a desperate move with Vic Fangio in the Super Bowl, but clearly it didn't really work out for the Eagles because they lost that one. But I just worry that maybe they'd be a little concerned over and looking desperate. And I think that, like what Kyle says,